I have things for you.
If you're looking to stay, Stormbrook Inn will take care of you. Your ship's not half bad.
Bank robbery sounded intense.
Something you might be interested in.
A year or two back, I shared a drink with Ron.
What's the story on Montero Luna?
That call we got from Wagoner Farm turned out to be a little more interesting than I was expecting. Some men were trying to run the Wagoners off their land. They tried to buy it first, but when that didn't work, they turned to threats. We confronted them, and unfortunately, it came to violence. None of them survived.
You helped someone in need and came back alive. That's a job well done. For the time being, yes, but you could still be in danger. That's why we need to fill in some blanks. What did you make of these men who were trying to take the farm? If that's true, then someone must have hired them. Now, did you find anything that might give us a lead on why these men wanted the farm? Hope-Tech ships ain't exactly cheap. That thief could probably tell us a lot about these men you ran into.
There's something else. They were dressed in Freestar militia uniforms. The unit badge was yellow on black with the number 1. Didn't you fight in the Colony War, Marshal? That sound familiar at all?
The 1st Cavalry. I was in that unit for a while. But it was disbanded decades ago. After the Battle of Nera. What was left of it, anyway. The 1st Cavalry lost almost all their mechs and soldiers in a big push to take the United Colony's base. They were just about there when a ceasefire order came down. Both sides had just lost too much by then. It was a bloodbath. The commanding officer of the 1st disobeyed the order. He didn't want the lives of his soldiers to be sacrificed for nothing. They court-martialed him, and the rest of the surviving officers, and locked them all up. I suppose it ain't impossible, but it's real damn unlikely. The unit was pretty much wiped out, and the few that survived ended up in prison after a court-martial for disobeying orders. I don't recall how long the sentence was. Hell, it's our only lead. The Hope... She can introduce you to Ron Hope, the president of Hopetech. He might be able to help you find the thief. Just make sure you stay on his good side. He's on the Council of Governors, and they're the ones we answer to. Good. This is your assignment now, Deputy. Work with the other Rangers. Find out what you can about those men on Montero Luna. Meantime, Good hunting.
I think the marshal was right about you.
It's really an honor.
Hey, deputy.
Galbank is once again in the crosshairs of gang violence on the streets of Aquila City. After an interlude of stability, the infamous Shaw gang struck again. But the robbery did not go well, resulting in a deadly standoff. The Freestar Rangers were able to resolve the hostage situation with minimal civilian casualties. Reports from the scene indicate the Rangers had help from a newly arrived visitor, as of yet unidentified. Galbank praised the Freestar Rangers in a press conference, saying they remain trusted partners in maintaining the safety of its bridge.
If we spend too long in this high-gravity environment, we could potentially suffer physiological damage.
Nothing says December quite like a holiday chocolate. But come January 1st, gourmet lovers have to wait a long 11 months until their next fix. The petition has reached 100,000 signatures, asking, begging Chucks to operate year-round. The Chucks spokeswoman said, holiday Chucks require special ingredients we can only get during that magical time of year. For 100 years, there have been tales of the fabled man. The man who supposedly is a vigilante that would prey upon criminals and pirates. Even the most cutthroat of fleet pirates fears the mantis. It has been many years since we've heard any reports of the mantis until now. UC security interrogating space claim that mantis is back and thirsty for righteous vengeance. Security says that this is just the latest retelling of a ghost story. But for myself, I hope it's real. Go get 'em, Mantis. You're listening to the Settled Systems News Network. Bad news for the League of Independent Settlers, or LIS. A prospective colonist family used LIS resources to find a new home, a remote home filled with life and ideal for farming. The only problem is that home does not exist. So instead of starting a new life, free of rules and completely self-reliant, the family returned to New Atlantis and filed a lawsuit. West Polari gives us simple data entry. It should have been listed as 3B instead of 2B. Where is the resource? We're not reliable. That was a little moment. Irate would be compromised. several areas currently zoned as residential are seeking to allow home-based businesses. This seemingly simple request has brought bitter controversy that seems no closer to resolution. After one meeting was broken up by a shouting match between citizens on both sides of the issue, the matter was moved to a full proceeding. But even that move has not resolved the matter. Another derelict vessel has been found. All hands aboard were dead, and the sign points to ruined endeavors. The call has gone out for both Freestar Collective and United Colonies Security to unite and do something about this coming threat. A cooperation is in short supply after the colony. The art of the settlement is better.
It's a pleasant change of scenery.
Holy... The mantis! The mantis! Wrong place, wrong time. Shit. It's the mantis! Mantis!
Yeah, right. Getting it.
Mayday! Mayday! This is Freestar Ranger Nia Kalu. If anyone is hearing this, system's failing. Need help. I repeat, need help. This is Freestar Collective Space. Hold while we scan your ship.
Alright, we're done. Welcome to Hopetown.
Please tell me you're here to help, not to try and steal my ship. Yeah, well, if you want to keep that badge, then don't get any ideas. This old girl and I have been through a lot together. I was tracking a crew of outlaws that's been preying on merchant ships. Bastards got the drop on me. I ran them off, but they got a few good hits in. As you can see, I ain't in much shape to make repairs. Just patch her up enough to get to Hopetown. The rest can get fixed up there. Thanks. I owe you one.
We're happy to help.
Thanks. That should get me home. Good. There aren't many of us out there, so it makes all our lives easier when we can help each other out. Now let's talk about those outlaw ships. They were pretty beat up, so I don't think they got real far. But if they make it back to their hideout, I might never find them again. We can't let that happen.
They look to be heading for Polvo's moon Miatha.
Good hunting.
Captain. Where are we headed next?
airspace. Please hold your current speed and heading while we scan you for contraband. All right, that's it. Welcome to Hopetown.
Swing by Hopetown Star Yard and see if they have anything interesting for sale.
What can I do for you? You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every couple landings. They'll cause plenty of havoc if left unchecked. I'm sure you can find something you like.
I don't want to hear any complaints. Keep an eye on your valuables. If you can't protect your own, you don't belong here. When we be dust, except for the factory.
Excuse me. A little desperate here.
I remember meeting Ron Hope once. Idealistic and perhaps a bit of a dreamer. But you have to admire what he's accomplished. For you, when you have a moment. My contact is in Vanguard recruiting, so expect a sales pitch when you meet him. Yep, Here you go. Ask whatever you'd like. My parents considered themselves to be enlightened, but their lives were so busy they rarely pursued their beliefs. By the time I was old enough to start questioning these things, the idea of following any organized religion was almost an afterthought. It's not that I don't want to believe in anything, it's that my scientific mind is often at odds with my spiritual center. Having been out there, in the Starfield, seeing all those I'm sorry if that disappoints you. Certainly. I always enjoy our little chats. So long.
You made it. Those outlaws didn't give you too much trouble, I trust? Good. I'm sure it didn't hurt that I softened him up for you. You've got good timing. A courier just came in from Aquila. The Marshal sends his regards along with a briefing on your case. I was surprised as hell to learn about the starship theft. Nobody said a word to me about it. Anyway, Mr. Hope can see us whenever you're ready. If you need to take a little time first, feel free. His office is upstairs. He's in a meeting, but it should be wrapping up. Come on.
Ron Hope certainly embodies the saying, spared no expense.
I'm guessing the Marshal already told you this, but I'll say it anyway. Ron Hope isn't just the founder and president of Hopetech. He's on the Council of Governors. The Council oversees the Freestar Rangers, so don't rile him up. I've spent a long time trying to build a good relationship with Hope. He comes on a little strong, but there's a lot to admire about the man.
Just keep it
Everything you see around you,
Get along fine.
he built. Pretty much everyone in this town owes him for their livelihood. Can't begin to imagine the kind of pressure that must put on someone. All I'm saying is, try to show a little respect. All the way up. Is it just me, or does every executive in the settled systems have an office on the top floor? I guess being above everyone makes them feel like they're, well, above everyone.
I guess I could offer another shift. It'll keep payroll pretty high, but I think it's a worthwhile trade-off. As for parts, we could try outsourcing. Do a contract with scavengers, maybe, but that's a decision that's got to be made upstairs.
Well, talk to Elaine about the scavengers. It's not a bad idea, provided we get a good deal. And I don't mean a fair deal. I mean a good deal. Remember, it's not just our bottom line that matters. We're also responsible for the welfare of everyone in the factory. We look out for our people here, Bridget. That's a point of great personal pride.
Excuse me, Mr. Hope?
Well now, the Freestar Rangers. At last.